Oh, you know what? I forgot to...
Stream should be on now.
Let me double check for you.
Dirty, you're showing offline.
Yeah. You got to give it stream delay.
Am I offline?
Come on, hurry
There you
up,
are.
Twitch.
There we go.
Show me an ad.
You're live.
Yeah, there you go. And...
I see darkness, though.
Oh yeah, it's because I wasn't on my display capture.
Oh, I hear myself.
Just showing a commercial. All right, cool. Rock in. See you.
Thank you for the warning. All right. So, let me catch you guys up on what's been happening in-game for the past few months. Or the past few weeks. What was the last thing that everybody did? Naia, I know you were involved with the vault location.
Yep, I think that was the last time I was in.
And that was actually only two. I think that was the previous session before we played last. So, so you're all caught up as long as you remember what's going on at that.
Pretty much.
Alvisstavver and Zeihmar, what were the last games that you attended?
I was going to attend the vault, but I didn't do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last session I attended was the Hive, like tall mountain thing outside of base.
That's right.
That all of those like bug things were coming from.
Destroyed the queen.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, currently in game, in world, it is midsummer. The Redshift continues unabated. No major changes really in environment that aren't anything you haven't seen at this point. A couple major things that have happened are that now the commission has a total of 4 obelisks. You've got the Veritas at Fort Maricus. You've got the one at Keep Sila in the mountain, or at the foot of the mountain, as you can see on our title card. You've got the one in Morio's old lair that they've started calling Ignis. And you've got Obelisk Bloom at the Grandmother's Grove. So aside from the last one, all 3 of those have been populated with various commission members are in states of building and rebuilding, and are used as launching off points for the expeditionists. So things are going pretty well in terms of getting people out into the world and closer to the tower, but obviously we're going to need a lot more obelisks to actually get all the way up there. Current events beyond that, one of the parties discovered a magical device that Dex has been working on for the past couple of weeks. He's been locked in his workshop kind of fiddling with it, and you occasionally see him going back and forth to the Obelisk Veritas and actually like doing things to it, even during the Redshift, which he assures you is completely safe and he's done before. But you see him hooking something up to the obelisk, like a device that he puts in the pedestal, basically. As this thing is it's like a coiled band of mithril with the onyx stones latched in it. So you've got that open space below it where he's kind of carving out a slot and placing this thing in it adjacent to all the batteries that they use to keep the obelisks running. The magic batteries that are shipped to the commission on the regular. Aside from that, you've heard tell from Expeditionist Mortier that she was victim to a weird magical explosion when she and a band of goblins from the northwest thought they had gotten a lead on that mysterious person who seems to be living around that area of the world. I think at least one or two of you were there when that entity was first spotted.
I know I was there.
Yep.
Know about
Yeah.
it.
So I explained this for the group last week, but just to reiterate in case anybody wasn't watching that, Angela will relay to you the story that she had followed. She had gone with the goblins because they had claimed to know a location where this thing went. They had seen it go into a cave, and when she got there, there was something like an archway at the end of a fairly shallow cave, and when she approached it, it exploded, and she was knocked out. And when she came to and made her way back to the goblin basin and took the time to recover and come back home, she found she was clutching some sort of object that she didn't have before. It's it seems like the type of material that you would make a haft out of, except broken on both ends. She has no idea what it is. She's offered it up to the commission for investigation, and is basically saying, look out for this weird person who's going around still, because whoever they are, they seem to be at large and potentially causing this problem. What else has happened? Last week's party got Soriana a wagon full of Hydra Thistle.
Nice.
So she's been able to make potions of water breathing now. She has the materials to do this. Should you find need to go underwater and aren't a genie who can hold your breath indefinitely, these will probably come in handy. Now,
And how much are those to buy?
Well, do you want to check right now and see if she's got any for sale?
No, not particularly. My concern has more to do with when we go off on a mission, we don't sometimes know if we're going to need water. It might be a good thing to have, but we're also going to kind of need to know the expense of it.
True. Let's see. So that's going to be... I need to fix this table. That one is going to probably be about 50 marks per vial.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And one question: did everybody get their free dose of paralytic poison in their inventories
Yes,
from the attack on Fort Maricus?
I did. at
No.
least.
You didn't get one, Naia, from before we went on the vault
No.
quest?
But I might have turned it down. I don't know.
Did you perhaps give it to Montlarin?
Maybe.
I think he might have been the person to do that. Because I know somebody did. Everybody gets one. So,
Yeah, it was the Redshift Sky Lobster poison.
yeah. Let's see. Do you have it in your inventory, Alvisstavver?
Yes. It should have gone to the DM.
Oh, yes. Excellent. That is.
I mean,
the one.
I can do a poison spray, so that may be why I turned it down.
Got it. Zeihmar, if you want to, Alice, did you PM that to me? Just put it in the chat.
Oh.
Or did you ping that?
Yeah, I should have pinged that to you via chat. There's a button up here that says out.
Oh yeah, you sent it. Yeah, I'll put to all.
Okay.
And then Zeihmar, you could just copy that into your inventory. You have one. You can, if you want to figure out how to use it, you can look it up in the handbook. It works like poison from the manual.
Also, just for my brain's sake, what is the
Yes.
Up to level 4? Because I have 2755 experience, and it just says 2755 out of 2700.
Oh, that means you're level 4.
Oh, wait, I am level 4? Holy shit.
Yes.
Oh, well. I can
Well,
level on
we should do this. Yeah. That means you're gonna get a ASI or a feat. I think that's pretty much it for Rogue.
Yeah.
Let me just double check for you.
Exactly.
Go ahead and roll your HP. You have 17, so I'm pretty sure you haven't done it yet.
No, I haven't. Hit dice. How do I do that again? Click on
You got to be out of edit mode and then just hit the hit dice button. And yeah, you don't get anything on Rogue besides the ASI, so just pick whatever you want there. Hey, not bad.
What's the weight and stuff for the poison?
Uh, You can make that 0.1, I believe.
ability score modifier or a feat.
Yes. So you get two points to put however you want into your ability scores, or you can take a feat.
Yes.
You get that 20 dex, get a 14 con, 12 wisdom, get that charisma to a +0.
If I'm raising anything, it's either the dex or the intelligence.
Ah, good point. Yeah, you need that too.
Because of spells.
Yep. Oh, and you can make sure you have 4 out of 4 hit dice, by the way, because you.
What do you mean?
It says 3 out of 4 for you right now. You can make sure you just have 4 out of 4.
Cool. Cool.
Okay, thanks for checking that. Good to make sure we're caught up.
Hey.
So, I did want to ask everybody a fun question before we get proper started. Let me look up the fun question today. We didn't do it last time because we were running late. So everybody tell me, as usual, in character, in world, have you ever owned a pet?
No. The guild said that pets are needless expenditures on people like me. I have had a work dog assigned to me for several weeks. That was about it.
Did Alvis enjoy having a dog?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess Keen is a pet. I never thought about it that way.
In a sense.
Yeah. But yeah, Alvisstavver kind of enjoyed it. I mean, he definitely gets what the guild masters meant when they are sort of expenditures. They also, are kind of needy and in your face all the time. Alvisstavver has heard rumor of a thing called a cat. In fact, has even seen one in Decus's office, but it seems a little ornery. The thing that he does like about it, though, is that he doesn't have to take it out.
You have even seen a cat living in the fort with you, in fact.
Yeah, it was Decus's, isn't it?
Well, he does have a cat familiar, but there is also a cat who is the right.
But there is? Oh. Oh. Well, Alvisstavver is kind of interested in cats, merely because he's only, ever kind of seen them, and supposedly they are the most self-efficient pet there is, and it was the only pet that the guildmaster even kind of considered for a second, before also waving off.
That's understandable. Everybody else?
Naia's never had a pet. It's part of the reason why she's so delighted with Ruby. But she turns into other animals, so some of that kind of thing is she doesn't have that other people do. But she's never had a pet. She left home before she was 15, so the world has kind of been a little harsh.
Makes sense. Zeihmar.
There were some, I guess, stray dogs that he took care of throughout the years living in the streets. But I don't know. I guess he never had like one pet that was like super important, I guess. He just had many dogs and stuff that have come along over the years.
Creatures he has shared food items with.
Yeah, he just
in exchange for temporary mutual existence.
Yeah, every now and then, living in the streets, stray dogs and like that would come up to him. And they might stick around for a couple days or a couple weeks. There's still food around, that is.
It's nice to be able to take care of something else. It opens your heart in a different way.
Thank you, everyone. So, today, Zeihmar, I'm going to need you to do me a favor and start this session with a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Right.
Well, alrighty then.
So, you have, for the past, you haven't been on a quest for a week or two. You have, for the past week and a half or so, felt like you are suffering a nasty flu.
Oh.
But it seems to come and go, and like as soon as you get to the point where you feel as sick as a dog, you the very next day feel just fine. And today happens to be one of those days where you feel just fine, as though it had never been a problem at all.
Oh, okay.
You can do whatever you want with that, but
Okay,
just-
so that is not the first person to have some kind of a flu thing that comes and goes. Lauren had it the last time I went out on a mission with him. There's some kind of flu going around.
It's not
Naia,
a
you can-
check. That's just me telling you what my dex is.
Okay, great. +5 then. Naia, you can make a medicine check.
Make a what check?
Medicine, please. You could do advantage too.
Isn't Mount... Oh no, Mount Lauren isn't half-elf. Never mind.
He's full up.
Yeah, no, it's his half-brother that was half-elf.
Sorry,
Ooh,
it's
wow,
a lot
wow,
of lag.
the first one works. Either way, I think you're pretty solid on this one. So, as soon as you notice Zeihmar complaining about this thing that he's dealing with, you, in your head, match up the symptoms with what was afflicting Montlarin the same way. And, I mean, you're pretty confident about this.
Yep.
And you also know that this thing was affecting Montlarin even in spite of his natural you know, like, you don't really get it, but some people are just like, and actually, you might get it because this is probably something that some of your clanmates have. Some people in the world are just so positively sure of themselves that they generate divine force and make themselves immune to being diseased.
Right. And elves have that additional racial benefit, don't they?
I don't think they have a racial against. They have racials against sleep and like.
Okay. I thought they had a racial against disease.
No, that's dwarves have poison, and then like halflings might have disease, or maybe they're poison as well. But yeah, so this affliction, you know, Zeihmar doesn't have like the levels of spiral power that Montlarin has, but you kind of you put two and two together that this is the same deal.
Right. So who can I go to? Sariana?
Yeah. You can.
The Brigadier? I'm just concerned that we're seeing the beginnings of some kind of a contagious disease.
Oh, don't bring it up to the Brigadier. She'll keep us in here forever.
Well, that's a good point. But at the same time, I don't want to come down with it, do you?
Alvisstavver brings his bandana over his mouth just a bit. Casts prestidigitation on all of his clothing. Cleans it.
Do we know what germs are? Maybe.
Well, Naia has +6 to medicine, so she's actually studied this stuff. And she knows that contagion is a thing. Whether it is in the mind or in the body, it's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's real enough.
Sure.
So she can go to Sariana, which would keep things a little bit quieter. But, okay, so she's going to do that.
Could also bring it up to Decus.
He's kind of busy.
So you slink into Soriana's den, and
yeah, you ever seen a dragonborn slink? It's a hilarious thing.
Well, I was just wondering how tall Naia is.
She's 6 feet tall. She also waddles, and she's a big ass. She's got a big butt.
Oh, okay.
Because dragon.
Yeah. They've got the what do you call it? Like the backwards legs.
Okay.
The digigrade.
Yeah, those.
And who's running the infirmary? I just noticed that building.
Usually Soriana.
Okay, so on Naia's way to see Sariana at the apothecary, she pops into the infirmary to see if there's anybody left in there. The infirmary popped up in and around the assault from the bugs, right?
Yeah. Kind of like the whole. A lot of things happened at the same time as soon as Nami arrived, and they were able to kind of get the fort all upgraded and everything. So the walls were improved. A lot of the buildings in progress were finished. The new dormitory was expanded and finally got rid of all those tents that were just making people sleep out in the cold on the ground for a solid year.
Right. So, but there shouldn't. I mean, we are now at least 2 months past that event, right? So
yeah. So
people should be. There shouldn't actually be anybody in the infirmary.
You're right on that front. So. There's usually somebody in the infirmary, some sickness or
like a
go.
All right, so she's gonna poke her head into the infirmary on the way, and look around, see if there's anybody there.
Yeah. So there's usually like 1 or 2 people in there on a regular basis in between redshifts. Either somebody who either did get injured from some monster out there, or somebody who's suffering the afflictions of some weird, like, parasite from the water they drank or something like that. But you don't see anything out of the ordinary in there today.
Okay. All right.
And Zeihmar, would you have stopped by the infirmary or the Sorianas during this time of struggling?
Yeah, well, you said it's been like a week and a half or so.
Yeah.
That I've been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like every other day you're like, holy shit, I am diseased and dying, and then the next day you're like, this is fine.
Yeah, after like the second time or so of me going back and forth like that, Zeihmar would have gone over to the infirmary or something and said, "Hey, I don't think I'm alright. Something's going on."
All right, please explain your symptoms to Soriana.
Well, one day I feel fine, and then I'll wake up the next and feel like my insides are just on fire, and I'm just in so much pain. But then another couple hours or after I pass out, I feel fine again, and it's been back and forth like this for days now.
Oh, she says. Naia, I would like to make it so that you have encountered this conversation, so that multiple people can be here at this.
Okay.
She says, and you feel like, say, a flu on a sliding scale between autumn day and black plague.
I Is autumn
Here.
day a real flu?
No. It's like if you're out and about on an autumn day and it's not too sunny out and it's kind of cool and a little damp and
Definitely closer to Black Plague, though.
Okay, well, Montlarin was complaining about something like this too. So you're the second one, which is good because it's been like 3 weeks and nobody else has caught this. Also, it's bad because he says he's better now, so maybe it's just slow acting and you caught it from him.
Am I talking to Soriana with Zeihmar?
You have entered the infirmary while this conversation is happening.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. If you want to interject, like you're here, you can feel free. She says, all right, well, let me do what I did for him, and I'll take a couple vials of your blood and see what I can find.
All right.
Sounds fun.
No, okay. If I can take your blood and I can examine it, there's usually stuff in the blood if you're sick, and I can tell what that is sometime if I use the right tool.
How will you know if my blood's all red?
That's
Isn't
a
it
good
always
question.
just look red?
It's like if you if you put milk into water, it turns white because you're mixing milk into it. And if you put sugar into water, it just dissolves because the sugar dissolves. So it's it's kind of like that, except I use other things to put in your blood and see what it does and how the blood reacts.
He's gonna put stuff in your blood.
All right. Well, you're the apothecary.
That's not
here.
helpful.
I'll trust what you say.
I am the apothecary, and you should trust me. And she stabs you. And
Take. How much damage was that for, sir?
Roll a d10. Sorry.
so she draws some blood and collects it up and says, now I have to tell you, it took a bit of Montlaren's blood, and the usual tests didn't work. So I honestly don't know quite what you're dealing with.
You're gonna die.
But what that means is it's good, because I don't have to waste time with those tests on you. I could try some new stuff I've been working on. So, I'm gonna do that. Hi, Naia.
Hey, Sariana. I was just coming over to say that I was wondering if we had the beginnings of some kind of a contagious thing happen. I don't know about the contagion factor, and I haven't even looked at it long enough to begin to consider what might be the vector of contagion in it. But that's twice now that I've been in a group with folks who have had this from day to day, feeling terrible and feeling fine.
Oh,
Lauren had it before,
you know what?
and
That's
now
a
Zeihmar.
good point. Zeihmar, did you and Montlaran swap bodily fluids at any point?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna like.
Did you
sit
hear
up
sound
and,
effects?
Sit back really quick, like, no, no, I did not.
Oh, you have to tell me the truth. I'm your doctor.
I'm being very truthful with you, Soriana. I mean,
Okay.
I barely know Montlaran. It's not like that, I promise.
There's nothing to promise. It's okay.
You're bad.
I'm not even there.
It's like
she says,
heckling
well,
from the window.
Exactly.
Even if it was something where if you were fighting side by side and his blood splashed on you, it could
Right,
cause
but I don't think that's.
transfer.
I don't know that that's it.
Has he healed you?
It's. Oh Lord.
Was
Well, that would be bad because that would be magic, and then we'd have to get Dex involved, and I know he's busy.
Yeah. A magic contagion.
But
I'm not even there.
But I'm more concerned about things like the food. That's something we all have in common here. Is we all eat the same food.
Wait, you
know,
actually eat that food? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's like, we all have that in common. Everything that's happening here at the fort, where we've spent some time together, is kind of suspect in terms of a review of inventory, a review of food, especially stuff that has come off a ship recently, a boat. Anything that's spoiled. I'd rather do the physical, simple stuff first, and then we can move into the realms of magic. It's a lot more complicated if we have to do that. What does Soriana say?
She says, she nods and she says,
I could just see her nodding.
I'll ask Maisie and Pontus to go through the storehouse and have them look for anything unusual. I'll help them make sure that the food hasn't spoiled too. Yeah, we should. I mean, it hasn't been a problem before, but I don't think we've left any of it out in the Redshift. So everything should be okay. But you're right. We should cover all of our bases. I'll look at the blood, and the rest of us will look at everything else, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
I was gonna ask her, but I actually forgot. Was Mon Larn with the squad that went to kill the Bug Queen?
Yeah, he was. It was you, Ronku, Montlarn, and who else? Irenaeus.
Yeah.
Or wait, was Nimbus there? No. Maybe?
Might have been. It was a while ago. That's why I asked. I forgot. But with that, I mean, that was kind of a while ago, like in the universe too, right?
Let me get you the exact time. Yeah, in universe, that was almost a month ago.
That's not very long for something that has to, cultivate. I was thinking it was longer than that.
Oh.
But, Soriana, what about the possibility of something deriving from that bug poison?
Ew.
Well, I mean,
It's very effective. It's gross orange
it
stuff.
is. Oh, you mean the concrete? I should check on that.
Okay, well, if you'll check on that.
I
and
haven't
check
put any
on
of it in my mouth yet. So
Right.
if it gets you sick that way, I haven't figured that out.
Well, we all stood in it. Not very long, but we stood in it before we realized it was turning into concrete.
Okay, so if you feel like you're dying, you need to tell me.
I feel fine, and I have felt fine, but this is Montlarn and Zeihmar now that were both there when we defeated the Bug Queen. And we were all there. It's about the only thing I can think of that we have in common that's, a month out or so. But if you'll take a look at the blood, look for similarities and patterns, and I'll take a look at the inventory, and then maybe we can regroup in a day or so, and maybe regroup tomorrow morning or something, and see about what we're finding or not.
Yeah.
So adjust the timing as needed.
Yeah, so this is happening like in the middle of the Redshift. So prior to the quest beginning, this information would come out to everyone. And Zeihmar, your role will apply to the day the quest starts.
Oh, the Constitution throw.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some kind of bug honey too, or is that the concrete?
Yeah, that's the like concrete stuff.
Okay.
It hardens very quickly.
Okay. I was just wondering if there wasn't like something that we had all been eating too that we assumed was okay.
Yeah,
No.
I would never eat that stuff. She made it into a poison, for crying out loud.
Well, I mean, just for Alvis's sake, I did suggest it being cooked into lobster.
You know what? I believe we did confirm that some of the bugs' corpses were put to use as food, and at this point, anybody who was not blatantly unwilling to consume one of those has probably consumed parts of one of those bugs, and they've been fine.
Okay.
Good job, Naia.
What about armor? Didn't we make armor out of some of the chitin and the stuff?
That was
I think
an experiment. I don't think that ever went underway. You would have to ask
Oh,
Nimbus
okay.
about that.
we
Okay.
determined that it was
Too
most
brittle?
likely too brittle to
Oh,
be
okay.
useful as
All right.
anything more than like studded leather
Yeah.
pieces.
The thing that
Um,
I wanted to use it for in Pontus's case was to make a lacquer out of it. I
Yeah.
don't know how that went, but let's finish your line of things before.
that's okay. I'm just spitballing right now. Trying to think of places where we have a vector
Oh, it's
between
definitely a
things that
good idea.
Montlarin and Zeihmar have both been together, things they've done together, things we've all done.
Well, that's kind of
We have
crap because
it's
I've been with
right,
Lauren and Zeihmar before as well. A lot of
right.
the
But
time.
I'm trying to think of recent because Montlarin's thing came up several weeks ago, right? Sarah in World, isn't that about 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
So
Ah.
his came first.
So
Okay, well, I'll go around and check inventory. Soriana's got plenty to do. I'm not quite sure, unless you guys have some idea. We can get this all done today, and so that we have other things that we can plan for when the Redshift is over.
okay. So Naia, you go around helping with the checking inventory.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have your I'm curious if you have like a detect poison and disease spell?
You're a druid, shouldn't you? Like
You
as a
do.
cantrip?
I do
You
have a
do.
detect
As
poison
a
and disease, and I'll go ahead and turn it on.
It
I
should also
will
be a ritual too, so you won't have to
even
spend
as a
any.
druid, you only wizards can ritual non-prepared spells.
It is a
Unfortunately,
concentration duration spell, 10 minutes.
yeah, it is also a ritual, so you can cast it as many times. Um, so you go around and you help the others um, check out the food stores. You go through Mercutio's storage, checking anything new, like any of the treasures he's gotten back from other expeditions. You're not finding anything really there. You dig through the back of the storeroom looking for um, anything you can find. Can you make a perception check, real quick, or maybe investigation if you prefer, whatever you like.
I have points in perception, not in
Okay.
investigation.
We'll save that investigation roll for when it's important.
Oh, Brett.
Digging through the storehouse, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. The petrified corpse of Morio is gone, but you assume that must have been shipped off at some point. You just didn't hear about it. They don't really keep too much food in the back here. It's mostly just stuff and parts. There's a spare big onyx stone for another obelisk ready and waiting to go, and some other junk that Dex is keeping. Your essentially poison radar spell is picking up nothing. The only things you get are obviously the apothecary lights up like a floodlight, obviously, and Zeihmar Zeihmar lights up, but what you notice is that you've used the spell before, and you know like the power of the spell lets you learn what the disease or poison is, like what its effects are and whatnot. What you get from Zeihmar though is just that he is ill, and you don't get anything beyond that. So this is unusual and weird, and
I don't
not
even
how
have like context. Like, food, race, air. I mean, I don't have anything?
All you're getting is that there is something foreign in his body.
Foreign.
It-
Foreign substance in the body.
It is like the most literal definition of a poisonous substance that you think that like the spell is barely valid to detect it the way like the logic of the magic that you have built and use works. It's like a loophole that you're even detecting this.
Well, the spell is detect poison and disease.
Yeah.
So can I tell the difference between poison or disease in Zeihmar? Because you're only mentioning poison.
You normally would be able to, and you would. Again, you're suffering from a severe and uncharacteristic for the spell lack of details, but you would consider the information you're getting to be closer to a poison.
Okay. And the fact that the spell is failing also suggests we're going to have to go to Dex eventually. But this is something. Is Montlarin around in the camp? Or is he elsewhere?
He was. Let's see, last time he played was the quest. Yeah, he brought that stuff back to Soriana. He would be in Fort Maricus. So I guess I'm Montlarin today.
Can you do that briefly for a couple minutes?
I think I can. I'm a little remiss to play other players' characters, but I think as long as we're just having a conversation, probably.
Well, all I want to do actually is scan him with using this spell.
Okay. So you.
So it's I find him. It's like, hey, how are you feeling today?
Great, actually, he says. I've honestly never
rolled a
felt
24.
Better.
Okay. All right. So then the next question, sir, is going to be: do I see anything? Do I sense anything from this spell?
Same deal from him that you've gotten, Zeihmar.
But there is something. So it's registering.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank him, and I'm on my way. And we're done in like 2 minutes. Okay. Where else do I need to check for inventory and stores and stuff? We checked Pontus. We checked Mercutio.
You've pretty much checked everything. You've checked the storehouse and all that stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna also check Soriana's tent, cabin, whatever it is, on the outside anyway. Because I've got the spell up, so it'll just check anything besides.
Yeah, and you can cast it like over and over again.
Right. So nothing lights up except the apothecary tent, of course, which we'd expect. I want to check the infirmary.
The infirmary goes about as you'd expect. Obviously, there are like poisons and stuff kept there in terms of medicines and whatnot.
Yeah, but I'd kind of expect low level reading. All right. Check the stable, check the storehouse, check the dorm. Is there any other lingering poison in the air there? Check the barracks.
The only thing I can tell you from the dorm is that you probably need to make a friendly suggestion to one of the expeditionists to
take a shower.
Yeah.
Saw that one coming.
Other than that, yeah, you're not picking up anything else out here. It's like for being in such an enclosed area, obviously, like cold season comes around and everybody kind of passes it around over the span of a week. But summertime, not really any like usual sicknesses, no flus or anything. um, the stuff on the ships that comes in is well vetted, so you're not too worried about plague carrying pests or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. And is there a specific read to this that is, Mount Lauren and that is Zeihmar? Is there a specific kind of, like in the scale from 1 to 10, it's a 2.5. And that's the register where whatever Mount Lauren and Zeihmar have shows up? Is there like a specific...
I don't think it gives you a scale.
Okay.
But it's like, so you can tell if there's poison or disease there. And it doesn't even like show up as an aura or anything. It's just like a knowledge that you gain.
Okay.
So it's that type of divination.
Okay.
And what you get from looking at these people is you're like, yeah, there's something there. It's not something you recognize based on the context of the spell, but there's something there. And it's not like you wouldn't feel that something unless you had the spell up, so it must be something. But
okay.
It's not obeying the rules of the spell, basically.
All right. And then in the barracks are clear as well. And in myself, when Naia runs it on herself, can she see anything?
Yes, you can do that. You're fine. You don't sense any of this in you. Nimbus in the Twitch chat has offered to run Identify on our gentleman, and I think he's around the fort. So just quickly for that, because we do have access to a couple of Identify. What they find is, in fact, nothing for Identify.
Okay, so are you going to play Nimbus again?
No, that was it. That was all I needed to include.
Okay. Well, all right, so if I've cleared the camp and I have nothing to report except kind of this odd result between Zeihmar and Mount Lauren, and everything else is clear, then I can go back to Soriana. I don't want to really disturb her concentration, and I know she really gets into what she's doing. So what time of day is it?
It's probably we could either say it's afternoon after you've had this conversation, or maybe it could be the next day.
Okay, well, I just don't want to disturb her because I know she was getting in deep into her stuff. But I'm ready to provide some results and to figure out what's next.
Okay, so
you tell us what day it is.
Eventually, when you regain access to Soriana, you decide it's okay to go talk to her. She will tell you. Well, I guess would you first tell her that what you found?
Yeah. So basically, because Mount Lauren is here, I was able to scan him using my detect poison and disease spell, as well as scanning Zeihmar. I've investigated the whole camp, and besides somebody needing a shower in the dormitory, that we don't have an issue anywhere in the camp with regard to spoilage, and we don't have an issue with regard to poison, except with regard to Mount Lauren and Zeihmar. And it's I think the same thing, and it's more of a poison. Spell is very limited. The usual information that I get from it is not working. So my concern is that if we can't find the poison ourselves, then we need to go to Dex in the next day or so.
Hold on. Mount Lauren is still...
What?
Druid magic. That's really good, and I should ask if
Wait,
you
what?
can stay here more often. But You said Montlarin is still affected?
He is still affected, yes.
Because he said he was better.
He is. Today he feels fine. Yesterday he feels fine, but I can see it in him. He is still poisoned.
Wow, that's
Right.
weird.
Now, what they have in common is the expedition out to the Bug Queen. Besides,
Okay.
the food and everything else stuff. Other
Okay,
than
well,
that, I don't
I
have
have
anything in.
I have something I should probably show you. Um,
Okay.
Can you get Zeihmar? Maybe it would be good for him to see this too.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured he was with me.
I wasn't assuming.
Zeihmar.
She roars.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a dragon.
fair enough. Guess I'll hear my name being called and run back over to the infirmary.
Yeah, infirmary or apothecary, either one.
We're in the darkened chamber now.
The cavern.
Lush with items growing on every surface.
I always expect a
Um,
cave to open up underneath my feet.
it is a dirt floor in most spots. But unusually, she actually has one of her countertops completely cleared off, and she has a couple of the vials of Zehmar's blood that she took, and she has a lamp set up so that you can all see in the dark. And she has like a cutting board sort of thing, like a dish. It will hold liquids in it, but it's flat. And she says, "Okay, so Naia told me some stuff, and she said she didn't find anything except in you and in Montlarin. I didn't get to try this on Montlarin, and he said he was better, so I thought he was better. But since I ran the tests on him, I ran the other tests on him. I decided to run some different tests on you, and I'll just show you." So she takes one of the vials of blood and drains it into the tray, and then she flicks a match and touches it to the edge of the blood puddle that is held in the tray, and the thing just goes up like oil.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Neat.
Holy cow. Well, no wonder.
Blood
That
is
wouldn't make
inflammable.
anybody feel good.
We gotta bring him over to Smitty really quick. Find a new power source.
No, wait, don't. I don't know what'll happen if you introduce fire into this closed system.
Oh, that could be bad. Don't do that. But it's like, that's really
Zeihmar,
interesting.
you don't smoke, do you?
No, I do not.
Don't start it.
Yeah, now would not be the time. Wow.
I don't know why that's happening. You can tell she's like trying to look more concerned than excited.
Totally sorry, Anna.
Do you still feel bad?
No, I feel fine right now, but I feel pretty bad after seeing that, honestly.
I don't have the slightest idea actually what I can do about this. This is new. This is new. biology. Congratulations. I mean, it was an elf and a human who did it. They're pretty similar. So maybe you like evolved to have flammable blood.
Yeah, but the implications are huge.
I mean, I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would work if you burned it inside your body. It might only happen if it reacts with air for long enough. Maybe.
I
Okay,
don't want to
so
find out. This is not something.
Yeah,
we
right.
need to
So
debate
I
story on.
think we need to I think we're gonna need to have a meeting with the officers of the fort.
No.
The general, the brigadier, and with Dex. Because we're now operating in the unknown. And maybe Dex will have run across something in his vast study. Maybe the brigadier's seen something in her experience. But we're operating blind here. We've done the ordinary things, and we've done some extraordinary things, and we have come up with extraordinary results that we do not know how to handle. We also don't know if this is fatal. Sorry, Zeihmar.
It's okay. I would imagine this is fatal, though.
It
Well,
could
maybe
definitely be fatal, but also Montlaurent says he's fine. And usually, in my experience, in my time, and you know, from all the stuff I learned back before it was my time, usually diseases get worse before death happens.
Yes,
And,
I would agree.
I
just wonder if Tilda would know something. Maybe she's seen something like this, but I don't know if it's worth the trip all the way out there to find. I mean, the answer might be a simple no, and it's like, great, I just spent 5 days trying to get out here to come up with no. But I'm thinking we need to go to the brigadier and we need to go to Dex and we need to let them know that we have discovered this new issue. The other thing we don't know is why it affected some but not all. Soriana, do you need some of my blood? And I know her eyes are going to dance. She'll be so excited.
Naia, I would. I accept.
Is she fallen all over herself yet? All right, so
no,
I'll give her some
very
blood.
politely fetched a syringe.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'll give her some blood, and she can then experiment with the difference between mine and Zeihmar's and Montlaurent.
Yeah, that will be because the three of you have been together a lot.
Right,
so,
and we were all there at the Bug Queen expedition, but I haven't been sick at all.
Okay. Don't get sick. Maybe.
Good plan.
Well said.
Can you do the thing with your cold where you like put it in your body so it counteracts the hot?
No.
Okay.
But I'm fine. I haven't had any feeling bad or anything. So, it might be a constitutional difference, a racial difference. I don't know. But in any case, here's some blood.
Maybe it only affects men.
And we're gonna need to go talk to the brigadier and Dex.
Human, not male. Maybe it only affects males.
Right. It's weird. Whatever it is. Who else was on that expedition?
Ronku was. You remember?
Was it just the four of us? No, yeah. Nimbus was there.
No, it was four. Nimbus has confirmed he wasn't. And yeah, that was the Aaron, sorry. Wait, Naia, you were on that?
Yeah, I was there standing in the orange goo.
I'm sorry then. It was not Ronku in that case. It was
Arenaeus?
Let me just get the actual list of people. It was Arenaeus, Montlarin, Naia, and Zeihmar.
Okay, so we need to find out if Irenaeus is feeling well. But we can, at least we have two. We have a little bit of a pattern, and we have enough unknown because the spell
And
is acting strange. We need to go to Dex.
Irenaeus is around as well, and she was on the last quest, and she. So
Okay. Well, I can go ahead and cast my spell again and go check on her. If you're willing to play Irenaeus for 2 minutes.
yeah, she's like, you want to spell on me? Why?
Well, I just gonna go talk to her. Hi, how's it going? How are you feeling? Some of the people that did the bug thing have come down a little bit sick. So I'm just checking. I feel fine. How are you feeling? Have you had any days where you don't feel good?
No one
I'm
expects
concerned.
the Naia
I feel
position.
worse now than I did a minute ago, but I think I'm fine.
Way to cause psychological symptoms.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
You
And
just did
sir,
that
do I see anything?
This person in the party. No, you don't. Oh, she's perfectly fine.
Correct.
So I don't detect any poison in the females. That is interesting. That is good knowledge, albeit strange. Okay, so I can report that back to Soriana, and now we need to go and see the Brigadier and Dex. And we're going to probably have to make an appointment with Dex because he's busy. Right?
He's not so busy that you couldn't barge in and be like, "Yo, Dex."
I mean, I do the
Brigadier
same thing
wants
to
you.
the Brigadier all the damn time, so.
Okay, well, do we do them both at the same time, or do we just go barge in on one?
That's up to you guys.
I'm looking at saving time.
Yep.
Okay, so our little troop goes in and we talk to Dex. Is the Brigadier there?
She's not in Dex's office, but Dex is in Dex's office. So
Okay,
is
Dex, can we bother you? We have a thing.
a thing.
An issue.
Oh no. What's happened?
Well, I have a spell that has historically worked very well, called Detect Poison and Disease. And we have two of our group who have come up with a kind of on-again, off-again feeling quite unwell. And in meeting them, 3 of the 4 of us who were together, 2 of them, I am showing my spell shows that there is poison in their system, but I can usually detect source, type. I can usually get a whole lot of information, and this is just defying anything other than detect poison. The other thing that's strange is it seems to be affecting only the males in the group, and not the females. But again, we're trying to find a pattern, and the last time the 4 of us were together was about a month ago when we took out the Bug Queen. I have checked the inventory here at the fort and everything is fine. There is no poison issue here. And yet, these 2 people have a poison issue that makes them feel bad. And Soriana, and I defer to her, has results to share.
So, she says, I took some blood samples from the 2 subjects, and I ran the usual tests on them, disease, parasites, that sort of thing. Didn't find much. Had an idea. Tried introducing fire, and it seems like the blood is flammable now. So I don't know what that means. And I thought we should probably tell you.
Say that part again.
And I thought we should probably tell you.
Yeah, we have issues that are now entering the realm of the unknown. We have spell issues that are not behaving normally, and we have biological issues that are not behaving normally. And we're kind of like not sure where to go from here, but we have an issue, and we know we have an issue. Help?
Yeah, he says, well, this certainly does reek of shifting. Zeihmar, you haven't been caught in the shift, have you? At any point, you've been well and truly safe.
No, I haven't been caught out in it yet.
Okay. But, just wanted to check. Now let me see what I can do. I'm not sure what I can do. Also, as we noted, identify found nothing. So I think convey this to the deck.
I can't hear you very well, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. As we noted, identify found nothing. So I think we would convey this information to Dex.
Right.
So he says, I mean, it's worth a shot. I can attempt a dispelling. And so he does. He just pokes you, and you get you kind of feel like a little wash of energy from him. And do you feel any different? The answer is no.
Not really, no.
I'm afraid that's So it's not some sort of spell that's been applied to you.
Not a spell, not a curse, not a... Okay. All right, so that's helpful. Have you run into anything like this that ends up with a biological effect? Over time.
Most poisons I've seen in a day would either kill or rapidly wither. What you've described as transfiguring Zeihmar and Montlarin and changing the makeup of their biology is it's like it's like somebody must have cast a spell on, but
or something. Yeah.
But that would be something you could dispel. If, say, polymorph, for example. If someone turned you into a chicken, I could turn you back. If somebody turned your blood into oil, I could turn it back. But if that didn't work, then this is a tricky situation.
It is.
Have you told Lucent?
Not yet. No, we came here first.
Okay.
So maybe the three of us, or the four of us, however many of us are in the group, should go and talk to her now and let her know what we know, and then lay at her feet what we don't know, which is all the rest.
Okay. So you go to Lucent's office. Alvisstavver is already there.
I'm I'm trying to get her to once again, if you hear my bargaining skills, to see the reason in brokering a deal with my guild and how this could be highly beneficial to this fort. I feel as if I have a new angle of attack in my argumentation after another couple of days of, sort of polishing my ego after she finally got annoyed and put me down again. But I feel again, I might be able to break through her defenses. She's really coming on to me. It's a good relationship we have.
And she says, you walk in on her waving a sheaf of paper in her hand, and this bit at the bottom about the rights to use one's likeness.
Uh-huh.
What? Why?
Oh, so that we can use your likeness and Decus's, all the leaders as propaganda in order to raise funds from the public. But of course, we need your
Hold that
permission.
thought. Naia, Zeihmar. Good timing.
That was a good one.
Alvisstavver's eyes are just wide, mouth kind of agape. Looks over to you. He's like, "The fuck you doing? You're interrupting me."
I know. He's
What have you
pissed.
got for me?
We have an issue that you need to know about.
Wonderful. Let's hear it.
So, Montlaurent and Zeihmar have both complained of varying from day to day symptoms of unwell, just not feeling very good at all. Some have pain, but some significant kind of really not feeling well. And so I checked the fort, and Soriana checked blood samples, and I cast a spell, and we have strange results. And then we told Dex, and he has strange results. So I'm now deferring to Dex to follow up on the conclusions.
So Dex will convey all of the, and Brigadier says to Zeihmar, "Do you feel all right now?"
For the moment, yeah. Although after seeing Soriana's experiments, I can't say I'm exactly hopeful right now.
Well, strange things are not something we're strangers to. So, what do you think then? How are we going to figure out what this is?
Well, when we went to Dex, I asked him if this was anything that he had run across anywhere in a book, in his experience, anywhere with, knowledge, memory of something that radically changed the biology of a person.
And it walks
Secondary to
and
that,
quacks like magic, but it doesn't.
right? But it doesn't dispel like magic. The other thing is, on a kind of, at least from my perspective for the moment, on a secondary level, then why the spell that has been reliable for years suddenly is not reliable. And we don't understand why. It is not giving me the information I would normally have in terms of source, race, type, everything that's relevant to figuring out a cure or figuring out an antivenom or, anything like that. And I have nothing. All I can tell is that it's poison.
May I interject? This seems really simple and kind of ironic now that you are talking to our lovely Brigadier. They've been shifted. through some means that we do not know. It's the
That's
most
entirely possible, but then that's why these guys need to know that shifting can happen even when we think we're safe.
I agree with Grandcastle. This bears all the hallmarks of shifting, and under the assumption that these two haven't been sleepwalking into the red cloud,
It must means that there's another vector that could happen while we are outside of the shift's effects. Let's say maybe the shift has affected something and this thing can shift things, even though the red shift, in air quotes, is not affecting the immediate area. He shrugs.
she nods.
Yeah, but how do we... Okay, so if that's true, let's go forward with that. Let's play what if. How would we determine it? How would we examine it? How would we test it?
I believe
You know,
through
I'm in
lack-
scientist mode.
I believe through lack of information. So the only thing that we have that is available that is the same when we do all these tests is that it, like has been said, quacks and swims like a duck, but doesn't react like a duck, right? Then we use that characteristic of lack of information as the characteristic that highlights what is doing the thing.
I think he's
Okay,
right.
so can we come up with a test that works from the absence of information? The absence
Well,
of data?
Let me give you a piece of information, Naia. When I became afflicted in the way I am, I was given a healer with the ability to regenerate bodies from almost nothing. It could regrow an arm if you wanted. Didn't do anything. We've tried high levels of dispelling magic. No effect. I've even sat in Captain Vanther's Exeath anti-magic beam for an entire day, and nothing happened. I mean, it's
Well, is this something we take to grandmother? I mean, I don't know anybody who can cure the effects of the shift except grandmother, and the only way she cures it is by taking it into herself. Do we know anybody else anywhere who can actually produce a quote-unquote cure?
I was going to say incurable, but you're right. I think she knows what she's talking about. And I think even if she can't vocalize it, even if she doesn't know it on a conscious level, she understands shift far better than, and that's why she's able to manipulate it the way she does. It's an option.
Okay, well, I'm interested in options, things to think about, things to consider, ways to go. You know, I started this because I just happened to notice that two members of a party where, you know, we have been expeditioning together for the last year have come down with really similar symptoms. And so we just kind of went from there, and Soriana and I checked things, and we have come up with really extraordinary results and very unexpected stuff.
And
And
it's good that you did. And
So now it's kind of like, where do we go from here? Because normal is just kind of been upended. I mean, I get it that there are other things that need our attention, but it's kind of like, well,
we
do
need to
we
ensure
just
the
go
health of our men. I
say that again?
we need to ensure the health of our men, obviously.
Right. I was more concerned with contagion, and I'm not sure that this is contagious now. So
I can, at the very least, put out a bulletin warning the commission that there may be an unknown vector for shift.
okay, that would probably help.
Careful.
Because people need to be very careful.
It may be dangerous to touch unknown objects, or
Yeah, and we all ended up
for all we
standing in
know,
that stuff.
eating wildlife could be the cause of it. We've been doing
especially
that
if it has been
a
shifted.
Year,
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're here to follow your orders, and we just needed to bring this to your attention so that you're aware. It seems as though Zeihmar's feeling okay. The results of Soriana's tests are kind of astounding, and the results of my tests, as limited as they are
Baffling.
concerning. Yeah, like, why doesn't this spell work? But between the two, it kind of, it does suggest shifting, even though neither of them were shifted. But if they did ingest and stand in shifted enemy stuff, we all stood in the orange stuff, even for a brief moment. And then apparently we ate it.
Did you?
You were very complicit about not eating the lobster, weren't you?
I don't know. I don't care about that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I just eat what's put in front of me.
So I could see, maybe somebody not telling you it was lobster and you eating it.
Yeah, if I didn't know that it was the bugs, I'm not sure that I would have done anything besides did it pass the sniff test.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I think the best way we can help this right now is get more samples for these fine masters here to figure out something. We're kind of limited, and they're limited in manpower and how much they can explore of the outside.
Yeah.
It's got to do our job. Which brings me
right.
back to this deal that I was sent here to, broker between you guys.
Yes. So, Soriana, do make sure to draw blood from everybody in the room.
What?
And I will leave that to you so you can perform all the tests you need. Stealth where?
Out of the building. It was an acrobatics check to sort of shuffle my way through the door, and a stealth check to hide from the building.
People are funny about needles.
Okay, you attempt an escape. Soriana will, with everyone's consent, draw a couple more vials before the Redshift is out, and continue doing what she can to try to figure something out. Now then, all of that out of the way, the Redshift clears a couple days later. What do you guys want to do?
I did want to
What's
ask.
on the board?
Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of stuff on the board. I did want to ask Pontus a question, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do that first. I'll pull up the board, and then you can ask your question while other people are looking at the board.
Absolutely. So, Pontus. And I come in sort of fingering a green gem, right?
Yes, sir.
I was wondering. I was wondering. So you're a man of, fabrics, leathers, materials, right?
For the most part,
Right.
work in all sorts. Metals, chin, uh, rope, fur,
I
uh, leather.
Yeah, exactly, leather. So I show him my whip, right? I don't attack him, of course, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, so from what I've been reading and stuff like that, and what I know is that there are bigger ones of these and other things like that, but I'm such a small guy. Uh, I would want this to get, like, what would you do to make this more effective and better for a person like me? You know,
Question.
and
Did you have anything in mind?
I mean, like, so of course there's the fantastic, but I mean there's also the mundane. I mean, I've heard of people who are able to do tricks of dexterity with things like this, but I'm sure that this typical store-bought, whip that was supplied to me just merely as a back thought, an emergency when I lost what was my main weapon, and he sort of pats his rapier right there. No offense to it. Beautiful thing, quite delicate on its own. But I mean, I have a new passion for this thing, and I'm very dexterous. I can do a lot with my hands, and I feel as if this, right, like the material, just the whip itself is sort of limiting the capability I have.
I once made a whip for a performer out of the well. You see, there are a lot of creatures out in the world that have tendrils, and really a whip is just a sort of tendril. Um, it's leather. Uh, it has a heavy bit at the end to allow it to crack. Um, but assuming the wielder is apt enough, he could add all sorts of features to it. You can have multiple heads at the end. Some people prefer to put barbs. Uh, I did create one out of the tendrils of a displacer beast for a performer, as I was saying. Um, Thick, heavy, rather, but it has this property where it could, you'd say, latch on connection. Uh, Good for tricks, maybe good for combat if you built a style. Um,
Interesting.
I suppose it would depend
Interesting.
on what you'd like to get out of it.
Hmm. You've given me a lot to think about. All right, all right. Thank you.
Good crit, by the way.
Oh yeah, that roll that I made right there, it was a great crit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, that gives me something to think about. And then he kind of just leaves.
All right.
I have something to look for now.
So, we do have a few things up. As always, stars indicate kind of party difficulty, um, but feel free to choose entirely freely.
Oh, I thought the number of stars had to do with how many players it was designed for.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Oh, okay.
I assume nobody here speaks Goblin, right?
No.
Okay, okay.
I do not. I just checked.
You do have a expeditionist who's skilled at transport.
Yeah, I'm
and-
looking at the. I'm interested in the one at the upper left.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering if we could get both of those 3-star items done at the same time, or if they're in different places.
I talked to Sariana before about where to find fennel silk because I have a shopping list in my notes.
Yes.
I thought fennel silk. I could be wrong because I didn't exactly write down where each thing was, but that one is by like rivers and shit like that, like river valleys.
Oh, okay.
That was the other one.
Oh, that was the other one? Okay, never mind.
So fennel silk is something Soriana knows is spun by spiders that live in the
Oh,
deep cave.
yuck.
Oh, yeah! That one's been up here for a while.
Because nobody wants to fight spiders.
Yeah, fuck those things.
No, they're very small spiders.
So,
They're tiny and docile.
uh-huh.
Really, hardly even like they can't even poison. Should you get bit. But they create strong silk, like crazy tough. Animal friendship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could do that. I don't know if they're in the same area. That's actually a good question. I was also interested in the thing in the upper left corner, just because my idea after looking at everything else just initially was, well, we could just look at the map and pick an area that looks really interesting, do some scouting.
All right,
I wonder if any party has actually done some like actual scouting.
Well, in terms of actual scouting, the area has certainly expanded over time, and definitely in between sessions as the effective range of the commission gets wider.
Well, the description is northeast, so where is that compared to, like, Grandmother's Grove or any of the places that we know?
Yeah,
Grandmother's
so,
Grove is northeast of us. Very
what you'll
far.
get if you speak to the brigadier about the new mysterious happening is she will tell you that a party reported back that they had found a small lake where some strange magical water effects were happening, and there appeared to be object suspended in the water that seemed to have some sort of magical effect about them. Basically,
Well, that's pretty vague.
it is vague.
We need to get vials and samples and things like that.
They weren't able. They weren't able to actually access the objects. So that would be your recommended goal here, perhaps. Figure out what the objects are, see if they're causing this, or determine if it's something else like the Redshift. As far as Soriana's request goes, her description matches up with the idea of the Underdark, which you have an access point to under the Loparo Manor, right there.
Oh, okay.
The small lake that is mentioned in the other one would be up here.
Oh, okay.
And for reference, the large ruin to the east is over here. And the goblin are up here.
I'm not on that part of the map. But you said up here.
Okay, so a couple of these are actually off the map. Well, mostly off the map. All right. Well, do you guys have a preference?
I like the idea of collecting samples from a magical lake with magic items in that I might be able to take and, study and see what's going
Yeah.
on with.
What about you, Zeihmar?
I like. Was that the northeastern forest thing?
It was.
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
let's go
from the
treasure
stuff on the
hunting.
board that looked that appealed to me the most, I guess.
All right then.
Come on,
Um,
Zeihmar, let's go treasure hunting.
Oh boy.
You're spending all me money, which is actually something I need to do right now.
The brigadier says, if you feel like you're actively dying, don't don't overexert yourself.
I'll do what I can out there.
All right then.
Alvisstavver gives
Okay.
the brigadier a salute, very hammed up right before he leaves.
She reflexively returns.
And Alvisstavver laughs once he leaves because he leaves in style, like maybe even goose-stepping, and then you can hear him laugh later after he's left the tent. He's probably done that before. Oh, that's great.
Too
Okay,
funny.
then. So we are ready to head out on the map. What sort of route are you guys thinking? So I should remind you that these roads allow you to move at quicker pace than usual.
Well, can we can take the road to Keep Ignis for quite a ways, right? And then veer off east?
That's certainly a thing you can do. So
Okay.
I mean, if you let's see, if you took it,
Bless you.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. So I would say that it would be reasonable with your increased pace to be able to get to here, where I've got it right now, in 2 days, and then you would go that direction.
Okay.
If that is what you guys think is a good path.
Is that what you guys want to do?
Once I buy ball bearings and a small caged canary, then yeah.
You don't have ball bearings already?
I need to up on them, apparently, because I
Okay.
don't. Maybe I left them, and because I left them, and I'm an honest player and took them out of my inventory, they're not there. I do not have ball bearings.
Very well.
And I want a caged canary.
Let's see. Do you have a price on that, or do you need me to get you?
I would like a price on
All right,
Let's
we're
call
gonna
it-
get how many rations from the
You
port?
can up to 3.
Okay.
As usual, Good Berry requires you to find fresh berries, and then you can cast it as a ritual out in the field if you want. A caged canary you could definitely get from Maisie, and that'll run you call it 4 mark.
that. Damn. Nice. Sweet.
Okay, I have changed my spells from detect poison and disease back to the way they were.
Okay, yeah. That's I think that's fair and fine.
Okay.
Because you've got your long rest and whatnot in between sessions. Okay, so we go. What I'm gonna do is, since you guys are walking on a well-charted path, I'm only going to have you roll for 1 encounter per day for the first 2 days that you're on the road. And then once you get off into the wilderness, we'll go.
I'm not using Goodberry, by the way.
Okay. So please proceed however you want.
Do we need to roll a survival check or something?
For encounters,
For the day, yeah, for the daily thing.
you should roll the encounter check button. Do it twice.
Yeehaw. Beat that.
A 3. Your first day goes well and uneventful.
Yay!
You can do it again. For day 2. A 9. So yeah, you get all the way up there. Good. So you are making camp on your second day.
Don't forget to use your rations.
Yeah, please, guys, use your rations twice if you would. And your second day passes uneventfully. You pass a party on the road coming from Cape Ignis going back to Fort Maricus. Hail them. Small group of expeditionists that have taken to exploring the northern hills instead of the open fields anymore.
Cool.
You camp out a mile or so out from the main path. The night is clear, easy to sleep for most of you. Zeihmar, I want to find out if you can make me a con save right now. Okay. So you sleep poorly, and upon waking up, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Too bad we don't have like a carriage or something.
I can turn into one.
Oh yeah, okay. So Zeihmar, if you're really so tired,
Don't worry.
Don't worry. This is probably said to him.
Worry about.
This is probably said to him, you know, like after like maybe a few hours after setting back, packing up camp. If you're really exhausted, she can turn into a horse. I can punch you in the face once or twice and cast sleep on you.
That's so helpful.
She can turn into a horse for an hour, I believe. Right?
I can turn into a horse or a mule.
Right, but wild shape lasts for 1 hour, not the whole day, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, an hour's rest, especially magical rest, ought to be, you know, pretty good.
Something.
It's something.
It's something. Not great,
What do you think?
but something.
Just cast 5th level sleep on your party members.
I'll make sure to keep the offer in mind. Thanks. Although I don't know why you need to punch me in the face.
To lower your HP. I mean, to make your constitution more suggestible to my spell.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, we all, anybody who knows how to cast sleep knows that the creature has to either be weak or, you know, it's not going to work. That's why it only ever works on diminutive creatures.
If
Okay.
you say so. I've never
All right.
been
So
one
how
for the
many
magic.
hexes do we go, sir? 5?
You're 4 per day.
4 per
Off
day.
the road.
Okay.
Oh, off-road.
Do I need to roll again?
So as usual, its first hex is free, and then we roll every hex after that. So, afternoon,
Okay.
even time. A 17 is all clear.
Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Take us to the grasslands.
A 6 is something. Can you roll that encounter
Damn it.
button? Okay. So you are crossing the rolling hills. It is afternoon. You see a creature, quadruped. It's turned away from you, and appears to be, like you've kind of come up on this thing, trying to dig into a burrow of some sort, and Alvisstavver, you notice it has very big ears that are like straight up over its head, and they wiggle very slightly, stiffly, as it kind of like snuffles into the dirt and tries to get whatever it's trying to get.
Have I seen this kind of animal-like behavior before, sort of in my nightmares?
You're a little far away, but why don't you make a perception check with some advantage?
With some what?
Advantage on it.
Okay. Because I think I know what this might be, and I don't want to deal with this thing. Or actually, I do want to deal with this. I want this thing dead, but yeah, I'm scared of this thing.
Oh, you recognize those ears, and you're glad they're turned away from.
Everybody, get the fuck down! Get the fuck down! Alvisstavver, like, immediately just drops. Just drops, like, literally, face hits the ground.
I guess I will also get
Yeah.
on the ground next to them.
Fucking giant rabbit with ears of hypnotic death. Don't look at it. Don't let it look at you. I point in the general direction of the thing. Well, I don't. I use the the mage hand too, because Alvisstavver is flat on the ground. So the mage hand is pointing towards it in a dramatic thing, like manner. Don't let it look at you. Just don't do it. Alvisstavver is actually shuffling backwards now. It's a lot of effort, but that's what he's doing. He's shuffling backwards. He doesn't
Did you
want
have
get
to
seen.
roll that with advantage?
Well, yeah, because you've seen it before, so I
Okay.
gave it greater ability to recognize it.
It's in my nightmares. I want to kill this thing, but we need to do it from a distance, and I don't have any weapon like that.
Yeah. So thus far, you don't think you've observed this thing. It seems preoccupied with whatever mammal torment.
It's gonna kill you. It wants to eat you. It wants to dissolve your brain into mush and then devour your soul. That is not a bunny rabbit you want to fuck with.
I don't think that's helpful.
It is absolutely helpful. That thing will not be nice to you. I don't even think it's an animal. It's not a beast. It's a demon. Alvisstavver is still moving backwards. Go try to talk to it if you want. It will be easier for me to sneak up behind it and gut it. I'm going to turn it into my next socks next time I'm prepared. Still moving backwards.
150 thing. You're actually right up at like the edge of the where like the tree line is starting to become a thing. So
Is this a monster, or is it a regular beast?
It's a terrible monster. It's fantastically horrible.
And Alvisstavver, I believe we tried using Speak with Animals or something similar
Uh,
prior?
yes, and it didn't work. I don't think so, anyway.
Okay.
You can convey that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I told it it's evil. I told Naia that it's evil. It's a demon. It's a
Well,
thing
if
that...
it's a monster, then I can't speak with animals or animal friendship. So it's a waste to use those spells.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to turn it into my next underwear, but I don't think that we're going to be able to do that. It took over my brain. That is a very precious thing to any salesman. Thank you very much.
Can we give it a wide berth and go past it or not?
Yes. Yes, please. I'm
It,
still
it seems fairly preoccupied. So, how about you guys all give me a stealth check?
I was gonna say, Naya's got a big butt.
Yeah, but are you noisy?
I don't know.
Wait, you
You
don't
The
have
have
noisy is a
disadvantage.
7.
Why'd you have to?
Yeah.
Oh, you have disadvantage because you've got your.
I thought you actually put disadvantage because Naya had a big ass. For a second. Like, wait.
Okay, so wait, why is she disadvantaged?
The armor you're wearing.
Yeah, that would do it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So,
Alvisstavver legit starts crying after he, listens to Naia try to be quiet.
so Zeihmar and Alvisstavver, you kind of just like slowly get up off the ground. You sort of back away. You're gonna maybe backtrack like a mile or two, try to go different route a little bit. Naia, you as you're getting up off the ground, you just clank a little bit, and you see the creature stop what it's doing,
Uh-huh.
and it may turn around to look at you in a moment.
May I please, in this moment, apply my lobster poison to my whip?
I think that takes an action.
That's
But
why
I
I'm
want
asking.
to let Naia decide what she's gonna do in her moment first.
Good.
What are my
Good call.
options?
Don't look at it, please.
You can do anything you want.
Do anything you want. That's
Well,
a better
back away
option.
slowly. I mean, if it's looking right at me, I can just back away quickly. But if it's not really looking at me, I'll back away slowly.
So what you think has happened is that it has probably heard you, and you have maybe like a reaction's worth of time to do something before it sees you.
Okay, well, no matter what, she's backing away.
Got
She's
it.
not a big fan of death and destruction anyway.
This is like Banicula on steroids.
All right, now, are you looking at the creature?
No, I'm looking off to the side because Alvisstavver warned me.
Okay. So, this creature then spots you, trying to back away, and from afar, it will, seeing only Naia, it will roar and begin to approach.
Right, and everybody else should be running like hell.
No, I'm gonna kill this thing. It's my next fucking... This is my underwear. I'm gonna put that fucking eye pattern, whatever it is, on my underwear, and it's gonna hypnotize everybody. And then I can run away because I don't want to be in that situation.
Hey, where's Keen?
Keen is currently just a nice little stain on my boot.
Okay, good.
I had a question though about the use of keen.
You?
Well, keen is made out of oil, like slick mud, maybe shit.
Oh,
I don't know.
Zeihmar, real quick. You're
Uh,
exhausted. You have disadvantage on ability checks. Can you make another stealth?
oh, yeah.
Can I use keen as a temporary 1 HP distraction?
I mean, that's a 10 gold distraction.
Yeah, good point.
Wait, do you want me to put disadvantage on the new one, or
No,
just
no,
roll
just
it?
roll it again, and we'll take the lower one. Okay.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah, Alvisstavver was legit crying after he heard his party members trying to sneak away.
So,
I'm joking.
Zeihmar, were you looking at the creature?
I'll say yes, just because.
Okay.
I like that
Um,
attitude. I like it.
got it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna
I
kill this
know.
thing anyway.
So you're not afflicted by anything yet, but you feel your eyes drawn to these. It has like red eyes in its ears, and you couldn't see them before because it was turned away from you. But now that it's looking at you, you can see them, and they're straight up, and you can see the two pairs of like bright, glowing red eyes in its ears, and they're a little transfixing, and you don't really want to look away when you see them. But from this distance, you don't have a clear look at them, and so you are not fully transfixed. Um,
Okay.
let's see, this is 7. Let's quick just make that the full size it should be. Yeah, that's enough. Roll initiative if you would.
Alright. Oh,
Cool.
I need to click on my dude, then I need to do that. There we go. Even cooler.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hold on. Roll 20. Can you stop being shit?
Shit.
Oh, no, we can't. Alright, hang on. Gotta refresh, because Roll20 has decided that I don't deserve to have the token editor work.
Yeah, the initiative order just disappeared.
Sorry, I had to close it, but it should have all that stuff still in.
Gonna kill me an evil bunny rabbit, and it's gonna be absolutely grand. Gonna use the tendons in its legs for my next whip.
There we go. Roll initiative for it again, but rolled pretty well on that first one. So I'm not cheating. I'm just putting back what was the first number.
And that 9 is Keen's roll, not Alvis's roll. Alvis's first roll was 24.
Where's it?
Uh,
Keen was a squish on your boot.
He is, but he still has an initiative.
well, keep it in mind then. If you pull Keen out, we'll add her.
Okay.
Okay, so Alvisstavver gets to go first then.
Alvisstavver is still stealthed, right?
Yes,
Okay.
you're hidden.
Alvisstavver is going to move this way, just kind of as a contingency. And then he's going to apply that lobster poison to his whip, which he has
Okay.
taken out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Very
That's
good.
all I can
That'll
do.
last. That'll last till the end of the encounter, basically. Well, but one-time application, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. So I get rid of the item, or take it
Okay.
out of my inventory anyway, because I might be able to get another one.
It's
makeable?
one per person.
One per person.
From
They
the-
weren't.
from it's got.
Yeah, they weren't repeatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this thing goes 1 or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It's running.
Dang!
That was its whole turn, though. So, Zeihmar, you're up. This thing's coming at you. Through the grass.
It is.
Those eyes are something.
It would have
There.
a sound effect too, you know, just in your ears. Wom, wom, wom. Like you probably
I
hear
hate
the
it.
blood
Or
pressure in your ears.
possibly like.
Yep, that one's good too. I was thinking like hearing the blood in your ears or something as you just like relax.
Okay.
The reason why when you get drunk and smoke a lot of weed, you hear helicopters. It's because you're.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't know
I never
that?
had that one.
Oh, no. Well, apparently, I've been dizzy, but I have also heard the, like, which is supposed to be, like, blood pressure or something like that.
Okay.
Weird effects on the body aside. What are you gonna do, Zeihmar?
As the bunny runs at me, and Zaymar is just staring at the ears, I'm gonna slowly advance on the bunny myself.
Okay.
Can you go in, like, some kind of battle trance where he's not actually looking at his target, but he's, like, glazed looking at his target?
We're not at Ultra Instinct yet.
Oh.
I'll do that and then take the dodge action, I guess.
Okay, cool. So that gives you disadvantage coming in. Right.
I think it makes them have disadvantage when they attack or something like that.
Okay. Keep in mind you have disadvantage on ability checks right now. Naia, you're up.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? So this thing has it spotted the both of you, but as Zaymar's approached, it's kind of veered toward him a little bit, and it's open mouth slavering a bit. It's got really cool eyes on its ears, and
Okay. Well,
pouncing
this is
across
not my
the
first rodeo
grass.
with this kind of rabbit. Rabbit that has this kind of skill. So, if I look off to the side, and keep it in peripheral, it doesn't have that hypnotic effect. So Naia is going to go ahead and cast that, and she's going to cast it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's Full Metal
yeah.
Alchemist cool. Like you could
Right there.
iconify
Go
that
ahead
in an
and-
anime.
Go ahead and draw it, and I gotta refill some water bottle. So if you take the time to draw it, I'll be back.
Ditto. I'll be right back.
All
Everybody
right.
refresh yourselves.
All right, it's your turn next. Be ready.
Yep, I will be. I actually have a plan. I'm gonna be that super ultra nerd and say I have my next 4 steps planned ahead.
Well, that's not the best thing, but anyway, that's a place. That's where I stuck it.
All right. 20-foot radius. Now,
Right, and it has to take It has to roll a 2d4 for every 5 feet it travels.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna make a little change for you because it's a 20-foot radius. So actually, what that
Okay.
is that'd be,
Actually, a real circle.
yeah.
I didn't want to put it exactly in front of, exactly where the rabbit is,
Here,
but I wanted to put it in front of the rabbit.
Yeah. So let me draw your circle, and then we'll figure out where it goes. So this is
Back, Jack.
2, 3, 4. That's a 20-foot radius.
Oh shit! Okay, that's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Could you move that north a bit and a little bit west?
East?
So like here,
More.
more north,
Yeah.
there,
Okay, and now a little west.
that one.
More. One more. That's good.
Okay. You may want to call out to Zeihmar that this has occurred.
Okay. Zeihmar, spike growth incoming. Should slow it down.
I'm just gonna like quietly nod as I stare at the bunny.
Do I need to
Alright.
smack you?
He wants the underwear
Oh.
too. There's enough underwear for many people here, and he's gonna get it.
Alvisstavver, you're up.
All right. So poison has been applied.
Yeah.
Alvisstavver is
You saw Naia cast a spell. Now. Oh wait, no. Okay. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a perception check. So you guys were looking at that area, and so was the beast. So, it would probably notice, but we'll adjudicate that on its turn.
Yeah, Zeihmar, don't go forward.
Yeah, he'd recognize it because he was looking at it too.
Okay.
I'm still hidden.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna move 1, 2.
Yeah, and you could consider that this area that you're in is fairly tall grass, so especially Alvisstavver is able to skulk quite easily.
I'm gonna do that, and then just for dramatic effect, I'm gonna palm a potion. I'm not drinking it yet, but I'm waiting.
Okay, good deal. Are you using your action for anything, or your action was to take that out of your bag? I guess.
Yep, exactly. That's what it would have to be.
Okay.
Because I
So-
made a movement action, then I had to do that. All the while I was staying stealthy, so yeah, that's a whole.
The creature, so Naia, you cast the spell. What does Naia casting Spike Growth look like for our context?
Simple. She moves her hand, and that's it.
Okay.
Paw? Whatever.
Claw.
She moves her claw in the direction of where she's going to put that thing. And that.
Okay. So yeah, these thorns and spikes and all the grass and stuff became hard and spiny, and in this area. So this creature sees it, and it skids to a halt. But it was dashing, so it is going to land in the very edge of it before it averts its pace. So you are going to get that 2d4 initially.
Yes.
Do I roll it or do you?
You can roll it.
Oh, I thought it was up to you to roll it.
Why is that one?
Wow, that's not that much, but
Well, 2d4.
yeah.
Okay, so it takes 3 damage. Also, its health was weird for a second. It had like a tenth of the health it was supposed to on the token. I don't know why.
Well, probably good thing we can't see that.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have been very disappointed if that was the case. I would like it if Roll20 did not lag when I have 5 tokens on the screen. That would be super cool.
Yeah, there's some lag for sure.
So this thing, it squeaks and averts its direction. So it has gone effectively 10 feet because that's difficult terrain. So it instead goes this way and goes 15, 20, 25, 30. It is going to dash. So it'll go 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And now it's coming around this way. Zeihmar, are you still watching this thing?
I'm kind of like, I guess I would be, yeah. Just kind of watching it skirt around the side of the spike growth area there.
Okay. Well, let me just double check something for you. I want to. So I always forget the definition of ability check versus. GM calls for an ability check when a character or monster attempts an action other than an attack that has a chance of failure. One of the 6 difficulty to make an ability check. Roll a d20 and add the ability modifier. Skills. Each ability covers a broad range. A skill represent each of these aspects. So dexterity checks related to proficiency in stealth skills, particularly good at dexterity checks related to sneaking and hiding. Okay, so they are ability checks for skill. Okay, got it. All are saving throws ability checks. I know the wording of these rules is
You have to roll a DC 15 against it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because he has disadvantage on ability checks. I don't know if that applies to saving throws.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think it does, but I don't know.
I don't think it does because other conditions
affect ability checks.
Other conditions say, so let's see. I think like paralyzed, incapacitated. No. One of these is poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Oh, okay. Yeah, saving throws are different because you know what? In exhaustion, level 1, disadvantage on ability checks. Level 3, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Okay, perfect. I know where to find that rule from now on. Please make a charisma saving throw at the start of your turn. Okay. You realize that those ears are trying to lure you in, like mentally, and you avoid it. You overpower it with force of will, and you do not get caught in the abyss of those eyes. You can do whatever you want on this turn.
All right.
And you also gain an understanding that if you didn't want that effect to happen, you could avert your eyes.
Yeah, I guess now realizing that, I'm gonna glance to the side a bit.
So the way this will work is it's an effect at the start of your turn. So at the start of your turn, you'll say whether or not you're looking at this thing. But if you look at it during your turn after that, then you have to immediately make the saving throw.
Oh, okay.
So basically, like if you want to attack this thing without looking at it, it's basically invisible for you, so you have disadvantage. But right now, you can look at it because you passed the throw.
Charge!
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move up and make an attack on it then.
Okie dokie.
It's a cheap trick. Don't let him do it.
That's a
nice.
good hit.
It is a good hit.
All right.
Good damage.
And that hit I'm going to add on my trip attack maneuver.
All right. Go ahead and add that damage, and this one will make a strength saving throw. Pretty good at those.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey, but an extra 7 damage is not bad.
No. It's a giant bunny rabbit, man. Of course it's beefy. Them hairs are swole.
Yeah, so you do try to sweep the leg. You manage to hammer the leg with the haft of your glaive, but it is sturdier than you expect. And it just rears up with its claws after that, and is preparing to come down hard on Zeihmar. Naia, you're up.
When the rabbit got into that circle before, you said it was in 15 feet or 10?
It went in by 5 feet, so it traveled 5 feet through that terrain.
Oh, okay.
It saw it come up, couldn't stop in time to avoid landing in it a little bit, landed in it a little bit, and then pulled back and kind of veered around it.
Well, what I'm tempted to do is recast that spell and move it over west. Now, that means it would include Zeihmar.
It wouldn't have an effect unless whoever was in there moved.
Well, he would have to know that I'm casting it. But
Yeah.
it seems like he's awakened from being transfixed, so I can holler out to him and let him know. But
Well,
I
yeah,
think
again, any creature who sees this spell get cast, like if they're looking at the area where it happens, they realize what happened.
Okay, so if you will move the circle left.
Okay. By how many?
5? Yeah, like that.
And then down, I assume?
To encompass the beast.
Yeah,
Or do you
okay.
just want it here?
Well, I was thinking there, but we can move it down. And I'll roll another d4.
Well, okay, so again, it doesn't have an effect unless the creature moves in the space.
And the creature is going to move.
Yeah, because I have cast it a second time, so I have a separate d4 roll, right?
Oh, I mean, I think you roll that at the start of the creature's turn, like every time it starts its turn. So that doesn't matter as much.
All right.
But yeah, this thing, it does only have a reach of 5 feet. It's got claws, so it is going to have to move at least one space.
Yeah, which means you're going to get that damage. Just technically not yet.
Yep. You just also made it so Zeihmar can.
But that's good. He's the fighter. Keep him where he's at.
Alvis, you're up.
Dash is twice the movement?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering. Okay, I'm going to try to be stealthy about this, but that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Okay. I will ask you to make a stealth check
I will make a stealth check.
for that one.
Stealthy, maybe, yeah.
Oh,
Why is that to the DM? Sorry. That was a 12, everybody.
That's okay. So, cool thing about this creature
It has
is that.
big ears and tremor sense for 60 feet. God damn it.
So it just means you won't get advantage automatically. But now it's the hare's turn. So it is gonna go in for the slap on Zeihmar. So it's gonna move once, get that 10 feet, take the 2d4 damage. So Naia, you can roll. Bad.
Not bad at all.
And then it's going to make 3 attacks.
Oh.
Claw number 1.
Oh shit.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Claw number 2.
Oh shit.
And then, so once it bats at you once, kind of like knocks you off balance, slams down another paw like on your shoulder so that it's holding you in place, and then goes in for a bite. Which it does get.
Damn, son.
Oh shit.
And you are able to just barely get your weapon in its mouth before it closes around a fleshy part of your body, and it just you feel the hot breath and spit just wash over your face, and its teeth are very sharp, long, and yellow, and it is trying to eat.
See, now I've contaminated it with my blood, and we run away. Eventually, it'll die.
And you
Throw-
become a hell of a weapon.
Throw a
Ah,
torch at it.
I get it. This was a noble sacrifice.
Now it's your turn, so you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Does he
Are
have?
you alive?
Yeah,
I mean, you have just taken
Oh.
28 damage.
yeah, he's a fighter.
I got 16 HP left. It's okay.
Nice.
So does he get advantage to hit since his sword is already in his mouth?
We will play that as you are able to extricate it by the time your actual turn runs around, and then you do whatever you do.
Alright. But do I need to make another con throw? Or...
You mean charisma?
Oh, charisma. Yeah. Do I need to?
Well, are you looking at the creature?
I guess not.
It's entirely up to you whether or not you're looking at it. Because I see the situation where like it got close enough to you that you wouldn't really be able to see its ears as well. So you still have the choice to, when you pull away, to like continue averting your eyes. But then you're going to be stabbing at this thing blind again. But that is something you can do.
Then yeah, I'll try to avert my eyes when I pull back from it.
Okay, so you'll have disadvantage on your attack if you make an attack.
Okay. I think even with that, I'm still gonna try and make an attack.
Sure.
You're gonna hit him.
Oh,
Damn it.
no. So you yank the glaive out of its mouth, and you like kind of turn away from it and just kind of jab. But you feel it just kind of push it out of the way with one of its huge paws, and get ready to do that same thing all over again.
Dang. Alright. But before my turn ends, I'm gonna second wind and heal up.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. Alright.
Okay, so what are you down on your hit points? It'll determine my next step.
I'm down 22 total. I'm at exactly half.
Okay, so I need to heal you.
Holy shit, we have a healer.
Just a second. You do?
You've got the most busted healer.
Holy shit, we got a healer.
Okay, so that healing spirit is right next to Zeihmar. All he's got to do is step one step or half a step right.
Okay, your spike growth goes away as concentration is required for healing spirit.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's only 3 hit points, but every time you step into that Zeihmar, you'll get 3 more hit points.
No, you roll a d6 every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Naia, just draw a little like circle over there to indicate it, or a square, whatever you want. Wait, I have a better idea. Hang on. I'm gonna do. This is gonna take like a minute, but this is gonna be cool.
There, I put in a blue thing. That's where the healing spirit is.
Where did I put it? Don't worry, you'll really like this idea. Okay, all I have to do is colorize. Work. Oh. Oh, perfect.
Perfection, he says.
Stop. This is absolutely worth it. Okay, now can you delete that little scribble?
Oh, fine.
What kind of action is quaffing a prepped potion?
One action.
It is a full action?
I believe so.
Damn.
Which thing do I use for the eraser?
The mouse, but I got it for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's a cool icon.
It's the emote I made, except I made it spirit colored. Okay, so that's available. That was your bonus action. Do you want to do anything with your main action?
Let me look here.
So, only thing about that is weird rule that exists in this game is you can't cast 2 spells in the same turn unless the other spell is a cantrip. So you can cast you can cast a bonus action slot spell, and then you can cast a cantrip.
Yeah.
You can't cast a bonus action slot spell and a regular action slot spell.
It's
so
OP.
It's a weird rule, but I assume it has a good reason for existing.
Okay, then forget that, and I'm not going to do anything. I'll move a little bit closer.
Okay.
To
I mean,
where the guys are,
but firebolt or whatever that produced flame. Where did my map go? Roll 20. Did you guys just disappear?
No.
All right. Roll 20 has erased the map, so that was cool.
Lovely.
Hopefully I'm back. Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, you could like cast produce flame or something, if you wanted.
It wasn't close enough, so
Okay.
I have to move up to do that.
You can still move and get in action. There we go. I see the map again.
Okay. I don't think that hits. It doesn't do much.
No, a 9 will. All right then, Albus, you're up. You see that the spike growth has faded away as well.
Righteous. So I can't move, quaff, and attack.
I don't think so.
Balls. Now I have
Let me double check.
to figure out what I'm gonna do if that's the case either way. But I think I have an idea.
Let me double check. Actions in combat. Attack, cast a spell, dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, ready, search, use an object.
Yep.
Making an attack roll. Attack.
I think use an object was kind of explicit.
There's like a free object interaction though, and I'm not sure if it says potions are part of that.
Oh.
Some magic items and other special objects always require an action to use as stated in their description. Oh, okay, so let me look up the potion of giant.
Hill giant strength.
When you drink this potion, okay, it doesn't say.
I already took the action
Interact.
to take it out.
Okay, here are a few examples of the sorts of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action. Draw or sheath a sword. Open or close a door. Withdraw a potion from your backpack. Drink all the ale in a flagon. Pull a torch from a sconce. Take a book from a shelf you can reach. But it doesn't say drink a potion. It says drink ale, but it doesn't say. Yeah, it says withdraw a potion, but it doesn't. Hold on, then.
I did take an action.
So how does the rule work if it's not explicitly mentioned?
I did.
My
take
DMG is 5 feet away from me. Let me fetch it because it has the potion.
Yeah, and I did take an action to draw it already, just not to
Yeah,
drink it.
I'm aware that was unnecessary, but I don't think you wasted any time by doing that either.
Nah.
Alright, so I've got my big guidebook. I look up the potions, it'll probably say here. Potion. When you drink this potion, when you drink this potion.
I think the key word is drink.
There's like there's a little bit before this where it says like what they do. Activating an item, consumable. Potion or an elixir must be swallowed or an oil applied to the body. I think there's like a rogue feature that says like you can use a potion as a bonus action, which is why it's not cunning action. There's a different there's like it's one of the archetype items. And you know why I know it? Because a certain popular D&D live show has a house rule that overrides that and makes it so everybody can do it.
I could have my mage hand tilt it for me while I'm moving, so I can drink it on the go.
I don't think it works like that.
It's 3 hands, man. And one of the evolutionary traits of mankind is the ability to eat and drink on the move.
For now, I am going to...
Only humans can do that, by the way. Look it up. Eat and drink while on the move. We're awesome. I think certain chimps can do it too, but that aside.
Anyway, I'm going to rule that you need the action to drink the potion for now,
Yeah.
and we'll revisit this later.
I'm good with it.
So, go ahead and do what you're going to do without the potion drinking.
I am quaffing my potion.
Okay. Your strength score is now 21.
From a 0 to a 21, not bad. For a whole hour too, so.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna move. It's 5,
Wow.
10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna move right there.
All right.
Where do I put this? Do I just like write it in?
Yeah, just note down what your actual strength score is so you don't lose it.
Oh, it's a 0. It's 10. I won't forget. I'll be like, oh,
Okay.
my thing is a 21, and you'll be like, no.
Haha, I've tricked the DM into having an illegal score and he'll never notice.
I know, right? I already have a 20 dexterity. He'll never notice my 21 dexterity. I mean, sorry, 21 strength, 20 dexterity. Next, I'll get my 20 intelligence. He'll be like, wow, Alvisstavver, you're doing so well.
Okay, this critter is going to make some more attacks on Zeihmar, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! God damn it.
6
Zeihmar,
damage.
God damn!
No!
8 damage. Ooh!
God damn!
Is that all of it?
No, I think he
It
still has
is.
some.
But
Whoa.
do I put it to -3 then? Or
It doesn't matter at that point, you go to 0. So you're going to have to make a con save for going down.
Holy shit. We're watching fucking whatever
I
gruesome.
can't believe those rolls. Shit.
I kinda can.
That's a good roll.
Oh.
Okay. So you failed your DC 10 Constitution saving throw, which means
He's dying.
that you get to roll a D20.
Oh, is this the scar system?
Uh-huh.
Zeihmar, get a cool scar, but not a debilitating one.
A 6, I think that might be.
if you blind me, I'm never playing in your campaigns again.
Holy shit!
I don't blame
perma
you.
blind-
Shit, no.
You suffer an internal injury. You can take an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both. The injury heals if you take magical healing,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
which I think is going to be happening really soon.
Should I like? Let's write that down really quick in my notes. But
Sure. Yeah, so next thing you have to do is make a death saving throw now. So you could just hit that death saving throw button.
yeah, I was typing. Hold on.
In reality, though, everybody knows that he actually did roll blindness, and Serb had to make a great choice that moment.
You guys can look at the table. Blindness is on a 1
Oh.
on the D20.
Oh, shit.
This is in the OneNote, guys.
Damn.
I
Wait,
keep it up
where's
to date
the-
for you.
Where's the death thing?
It's in game rules, lasting injuries. You got one of the good ones.
No,
I'll see.
where's the death saving roll?
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever?
Below your health, I think. It's got the 3 successes and 3 fails.
Oh yeah, I just click death save.
Yeah, it'll roll a d20. It just rolls a flat d20 for this. Okay, that's 1 success. Good job.
Oh okay.
So that's your turn. Because you're you fall under this thing's claws and teeth. It actually does get a good bite on part of your neck area, and pulls away as you fall down, and you crumple to the ground, and you are now watching this thing prowling above you, and presumably hear the distant shouts of Naia and Alvisstavver. And you'll see the next few steps of this unfold. Naia, it's your turn. Hello.
I'm here. I'm
He's
looking.
still there. Okay.
All right. So, I want to do a spell and a cantrip. Is there
Sure.
a rule about not being able to do that?
If one is an action, so one's a bonus action, you can do that. If they're both actions, you can't. And if they're both bonus actions,
Where does it say that?
it'll say it in the spell description. Which 2 spells do you want?
Guidance for his next roll, ability roll,
Guidance, I
and
think, is a touch, isn't it?
and healing word.
Okay.
Well, the more immediate need is healing word.
I want to remind you, you can move that spirit on top of him.
Oh yeah, good idea.
And that's a bonus action.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you'd still have your full action.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the healing word, and then I'll move the healing spirit on top of him. That should recover more than 3 points, unless I just fucking fail at roll.
It's the RNG
Okay.
that fails.
Wait, actually, I think healing word is a bonus action, isn't it?
Holy shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
How do you see that?
Casting time 1, bonus action, range 60 feet.
Oh,
components,
shit. Okay.
verbal.
So I can do.
I mean, yeah, up to you. Honestly, the healing word does get more hit points out of it, so.
Yeah, okay, so let's just do the healing word for 7 hit points. And then, as a bonus action, I will move the healing spirit on top.
Well, that was your bonus action, so you only have an action left.
Because the healing word is a bonus action.
Okay, and then I will give him guidance.
I think that's can you click it? That is a touch spell, so you'd have to touch him.
Oh, well, let me get over there.
Okay.
Okay, touch, guidance for his next roll, because he has to roll again, and then the healing word for 7 hit points.
Well,
So
he's received healing, so he's no longer dying, in fact.
Right, so...
So, Zeihmar, you are,
So do I go to 7?
Not dead.
You're at 7.
Okay.
And you are once again conscious, prone, on your back. There you go. Now, Alvisstavver. Proceed.
Oh, right. I'm here. I pop out of the grass, and I need to kick his ass with my whip. That's my one job.
Okay, well, I don't believe you have advantage, but you do have sneak attack.
Yeah, doesn't that give me advantage?
No, you have a sneak attack if you have advantage, but you also have sneak attack if you have allies.
Yeah, okay. And so I'm not... Yep, okay. Now I understand. Because I'm not stealth, I don't have advantage.
Indeed.
Quite. Oh, that's not
Oh.
gonna hit.
No, it's not. No single
Ouch.
digits here.
Well, all you did was piss it off. That would have been nice damage, though.
Yeah, it would have been.
Oh,
It definitely would have been.
You rolled a 2, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Hide in the grass, because I have fucking... What is it called? Cunning action?
Uh-huh.
I'm not moving.
Yeah, let me look up, Tremors. Let's see.
I'm like, is it...
Creature can automatically pinpoint the location of anything that is in contact with the ground and within range.
Lame. Are there any rocks?
It must itself be in contact with the ground, and the creatures must be moving.
Oh.
As long as the other creatures are taking physical actions, including casting spells with somatic components, they're considered moving.
Oh.
They don't have to move from place to place for a creature with tremor sense to detect.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I can like now suddenly like stop moving or something.
I think it would know where you are though. Like
Yeah.
if you suddenly vanish, it's not going to be like, oh, he flew.
He has eyes, so no.
Yeah,
Are there any big stones nearby?
not here. It's kind of a open field, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. How about this? Because I have stone camouflage, obviously, if I were to conjure with prestidigitation a small rock, I would look like a rock if I succeeded a stealth roll.
But it would still.
It would know that a rock was there once it looked at it. Yes.
It would be able to still feel your vibration
Because
as a moving.
Because I'm breathing and shit like that.
Well, because you would be like casting a spell and all that.
Ah, shit, yeah. But I mean, yeah. Though I did vibrate for a time, but then I disappeared and a rock was there. Maybe I transfigured myself into a rock. Like, it's not going to solely rely on its tremor sense to think that that thing is living. Like, yes, it's going to look at what the fuck that moving thing that this tried to hit it, but is now a rock, is. But it's seen hundreds of rocks. A rock, of course, is not the thing that hit it, which means that it would look over the rock. If
All right,
I
so
succeeded...
is prestidigitation an action?
Shit.
Shoot. Got him. No, listen.
Mm-hmm.
You're going good places with that one. Unfortunately, it won't work on this turn.
Okay.
But I think it's facing away from you anyway. And I think it's going to probably go attack Naia, who just moved into range. So it will move, and it will attempt to hit Naia 3 times. So what's your AC, by the way?
Mine?
Yeah.
Only 17.
Damn.
That is higher than the fighter.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey.
That's higher than the Dex tank.
7 slashing damage. Naia, please make a Constitution saving throw to hold on to your Ruby Spirit. You have to beat a 10. You don't. Alright, so you lose concentration on that spell. It goes away. It's going to make another claw attack. That will fail to hit. And then it will make a fang attack.
Fuck.
That will hit. So you take a total of 20 damage.
My HP thing is gone from my character sheet. Just a second.
Oh, what the fuck?
I mean, it like that whole box just went away.
I hate that shit.
I do too. So I took a total of 20, and I don't have anything to adjust. Just a sec. I think I had 31, but I don't. Come on.
Does it let you close everything and refresh the page?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, I think.
Yeah, give that a try.
31. Oh, that's a nice bit of HP you got there.
I'm gonna let you do that, and we're gonna move on to.
Oh, okay. The token on the map let me do it. I think if I did it, HP is the third one. The
Yeah,
blue
that's the one.
circle.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm down to 11, but I'm also on the square that has the healing spirit.
It went away when you got hit.
Oh, right. Okay.
Lost concentration when you didn't beat the 10.
Yep. Zeihmar, you're prone.
And it's totally understandable. You get just fucking
I
mauled
know.
by a giant fucking
You're alive.
fuck.
You are watching this thing tear into your druid companion.
Hey, it thinks that he's
Yeah.
dead. Does he get a surprise attack? No, I'm joking.
Sounds
Surprise
legit to
attacks-
me.
Surprise attacks are not a game mechanic
I know.
inside initiative.
Can I attack without getting up or no?
Yeah, totally.
Work
Do I
your
have
ground
disadvantage?
game.
No, literally the only thing about being prone is melee attacks on you have advantage and ranged attacks have disadvantage.
Wait. Oh,
That's it.
okay.
That is the only thing prone does.
Alright, well then I guess since it thinks I'm just on the ground, I'm gonna stab up at it while
Okay.
it's attacking Naia.
Make the dice do good things. That didn't do it.
Alright, cool. So, I have a question about the injury thing though.
Yeah.
Does that mean I literally can only do one action a turn? Or I can...
So you already received magical healing, so it's gone.
Wait.
Yay!
Da, da, da,
Oh,
da,
that's
da,
literally
da,
magical
da.
healing. Okay, I thought magical
Yeah.
healing was like a special thing, but...
No, it specifies that for other higher tier injuries. So like if you had been stabilized by somebody who wasn't using magical healing, you'd been in trouble. But
Oh, okay.
you're okay.
Well then, in that case, I'm going to action search
Cool.
Well done.
and
Do it.
try to make another attack.
14 is not good enough.
Alright,
Oh shit!
I'm just gonna kind of like... Oh, no, I'm still prone.
You are prone. You can spend half your movement to get up if you want.
Can I like crawl?
Yeah.
Just gonna like crawl around the side of it
Okay.
all in my turn.
All right then. Naia, you're up. Are you looking at the creature?
No.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm in melee range, so it's a little tricky. I can't cast Healing Spirit again because I've used all of my level 2 spells. So I have to do probably that. And it's a cantrip, so I can do it over and over and over again.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
You hit it for 9 points of damage.
I mean, this is basically you just like getting a fireball in your hand and like shoving it in its mouth
Right.
as it's biting.
I mean, it's in my face, so
Yeah.
can I move away now, or is that going to incite it to follow after me?
You would have to disengage, and that is an action for you unless you are a thief.
Ah, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I will just stand here and
You could move out
Kind
of the
of
way, it will just proctor an attack.
Yeah. But Alvis, you're up unless she chooses.
Oh, she said she wanted to stay there, and honestly, that's the wise choice, I think. I wonder what kind of rolls it needs good at. What does it have to roll against, though? Wisdom. Is it a wise thing? Interesting idea.
Hard to say.
How badly injured does it seem?
It's a little bloodied up.
yeah, but not much. I mean, we haven't done that much damage to it comparatively.
Oh no, absolutely not. Well, oh yeah, that's where I was fucked with that spell last time. God damn it. No. I don't think it's smarter than 4, is it? This is a beast, an animal.
Well, I mean, you're not sure.
Yeah, we ran into one of these down at the Elven Shrine place
Yeah.
down south of Fort Maricus.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah,
I was there.
yeah. This is not necessarily an easy kill, but it definitely depends on rolls.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna whip it. Whip it real good.
Get that roll out there.
I know. Please.
Like no pressure or anything.
Ha-ha!
There you go.
Oh,
Hey ho, hey ho.
Nice!
All those
Roll!
fucking reds, though.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
know.
god.
Look at that! I
No.
like it.
No, but all those reds are ass. It's a crit, but an ass roll.
Hey, did you get the sneak attack?
I did get
I
the
mean,
sneak attack.
Yeah,
then that's
yeah,
14
he does-
damage,
he
and
does
that's
get that.
awesome. Who cares?
It is. It is 14 damage, and it is awesome. Holy shit, when did the rapier get reach? I didn't know that.
Huh? What?
Yeah,
I don't think it does.
my rapier apparently has reach.
That might be wrong. Double check for me. But this thing will take 14 damage, so we're good there. And you cause it to squeak. And would you like to do anything else?
Wait, no, I don't make it do 14 damage. I make it do more than 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say,
Wait.
it needs to roll a DC 14 con save, which it probably will, but it needs to
Wait.
make a
Oh,
con save.
yeah.
It doesn't.
you still got the
Where does it
poison
say
on
that on Whip?
I put a poison on it.
Poison on it.
Oh,
And
And-
it does take half damage on.
good job.
3d6. It will take
Yeah.
half damage on 3d6 if it beats
All right.
14. And it's likely to beat 14 by these
5.
rolls. 5? Holy shit. 3d6 points of damage. Please. I've been rolling like shit, DM. This is a natural worldly effect, and I believe in the spirit of the game it would be, its constitution.
If you believe in the heart of the digital dice.
He was cheating.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh was cheating.
No, I'm aware that attempt cheats. Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically the plot, and Jinochi is the best duelist in the world.
Yes.
Um,
I can't cheat with digital dice. They
no, you can't.
The spirit of the dice are better with you. Are you gonna make me roll?
Well, yeah, roll your 3d6.
Oh. All right.
What do you want me to do it? I'll do it.
That's
but
what
like
I'm
then
saying.
you'll be sad.
Why? I thought your rolls would be good. Oh, I'm sad. Damn, I want that 17.
You know what? I'll show mercy and
Thank
give it to you.
Thank you. I don't deserve it. Oh my god, I need. This is a lesson. Feel
This
good
is a
about
lesson.
myself. Just do it. Holy shit.
So this creature turns away from the other two, having experienced this pain, and so that poison is not going to cause it to go unconscious because it didn't bring it to 0.
No, it didn't.
And it has now been used up, but it did a lot. And you like slash its haunch, and you see a thick gash that you formed out of this, and this creature is going to pounce on you.
It's not happy.
Can I
But you
roll-
did good.
Can I roll an acrobatics to try to get out of the way?
No, that's what AC is.
All right. No, good point.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn. That is pretty good.
Oh boy.
Oh, damn. That's another crit. No, it's
Can
not
you-
another
No,
crit.
it's not.
What's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Not enough.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just killed me.
Oh, he did. He killed you before that.
No, he didn't kill me before that. Before that, I was fine.
Ooh.
9 and 7 is 16. You had more than 16 AC?
No, I have more than 16 HP. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
24.
he has 24.
It was the 18 that killed me.
Okay.
All right, Alvis, I'm going to need you to make a con save.
Oh, yeah.
Beat that 10.
Yeah.
Roll a 9.
No.
Ooh, okay, roll a d20.
All right. Give me sexy scar. It is a thing, right?
Actually, yeah, attractive scar is a thing.
It's attractive scar, please. I want a 0 charisma.
You got a broken rib.
Nice.
When you attempt an action in combat, you must make a DC 10 con save. On a failed save, you're incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
Holy
Heals with magical healing.
Nice. Holy shit, though.
Yeah, you were 3 digits off from a sexy scar. So the next thing that this creature does is it puts Alvisstavver in the dirt, and then it proceeds to run away.
Oh, thanks for saving us.
I'm not saving you. That crit saved you.
Oh.
It essentially what happened is this that you slashed this thing. It whipped around. It leapt over you, like toppling you with its entire body, and then just kept going.
Shit, no, this rabbit and me have a repertoire, remember? I made it run away with an intimidation check with this whip, too. This guy doesn't like me. I don't like it either.
Zeihmar, you're up. Alvisstavver is bleeding out right now.
Ah,
Dude.
fuck!
I
Can't breathe!
guess I'm gonna use my action to get up because I'm still prone.
Oh yeah, that's half movement, by the way.
Oh,
Not action.
Technically not
Oh,
dead
never mind then.
until I fail all my death saves, so I
then
can
I will
spit.
move over to Alvis and try to heal or help. What do you do when they're dying? What do you roll?
You could do a medicine check. I mean that thing is bolting away from you, but it still is only like 20 feet away.
Oh. Well, still. That's good. Alright, I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna look at Naia and go, he's dead.
Sorry for laughing.
No, don't listen to it. He's really dead. He's
Okay,
already
so
gone.
question.
Yeah.
Legit noob question. So, Alvisstavver is laid out, right?
Yeah.
Now, he took way the hell more damage than his HP would allow.
Oh, yeah.
So the way it works is if you go to negative your max HP in a single damage roll, you die.
That was
Right,
not max
so
HP.
it's now 0, right?
Yes.
So
he's at
I
0.
could heal him for 1,
Yes.
and he's not dead,
Correct.
right? Oh,
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
plan.
It's your turn.
Good, because we're going to do... On Alvisstavver.
You have 6 HP. Your rib is not broken anymore. You feel it.
I'm using up all my damn spell points on you
The-
guys.
The time reverses.
And we're not even at our place yet.
You knit back together.
This sucks. Hush you.
We can go to grandmother and it will be okay. We'll get a long rest at grandmother once we go all the way back. We'll be exhausted.
And
Well, we're supposed to do shit, you know? We're
this
supposed to
thing
get
lopes
stuff
off.
done.
into the sunset.
No, it's my turn next. I want to throw my dagger at it. Fuck! I lost.
Yeah.
Did it hit? Does 14 hit?
No, it doesn't. You
Oh,
roll
shit.
over in
That
the
was
direction
nice damage.
you think that thing is going, and just huck it like 30 degrees off track.
Fuck. God. Ah.
And then it lopes off into the sunset.
Ah. I retrieve my dagger.
Okay.
Let's go to
It is in fact sunset.
Let's. Alvisstavver is serious and he's trying to talk now. Let's try to go to grandmother's. She's nearby. We can travel through the night. We can get a long rest there for those of us who still have spells. Or don't have spells. This is a serious
Grandmother's
suggestion.
Grove is a day's march away.
Yeah, we're not that close. We are. I think we're better off making a big fucking fire.
Did you ever wonder how myself and the bard got to Fort Maricus that night that Montlaren's brother died?
Tell me.
Oh, we marched.
They did do a forced march.
Grandmother's Grove is that. What about Fort Ingus? Are both of them comparable?
Yeah.
You
We're a
guys
day
should be
from
able to see
either
them
one.
now, yeah.
And we are half a day from where we were supposed to end up. So the main thing is that I can.
I mean, don't forget you get a short rest at when you camp out.
Right. So I can get a short rest, but I don't think it'll give me anything back.
Well, you can use cantrips indefinitely.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you need just a proper sleep in order to get the real healing spells back.
Well, I have 2 spell slots left for a level 1 spell slot, so I can have 2 more heals, or a thunder wave, or an ice knife, or a talk to animal stuff. Otherwise, I'm down to cantrips because I've used up the rest.
We're good.
Or dragon stuff.
We're good. Let's just rest here and then keep on our way.
Okay, so we need to build a big fucking fire.
Alvisstavver casts Prestidigitation 3 times. There's the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need to make you guys make checks for building a campfire. So you do it, and you've got camp put together by nightfall.
Alvisstaver's gonna go investigate.
And we're
what
pretty
that
much
thing
licking
was
our
digging
wounds.
in.
None of
You
us.
are, yeah.
None of us are healthy.
Elvis, you think whatever this is must have been some sort of beast burrow.
Is it dead, the beast?
You could make a nature check to try to identify what kind might have lived in here. Coincidentally enough, probably a rabbit, but like a normal one.
Yeah.
You don't see it anymore. You think maybe it got away.
Okay. Could I set up a trap or something right here? I'll hear it if it dies. Rabbits and all.
Yeah. What kind of how do you want to set up a trap? What sort?
I definitely have a piton, and 10
Okay.
feet of string, so I think
Yep.
I could build a snare.
Okay, sure. Why don't you give me a survival check for that then?
Absolutely. I'm copying it from this book I read once.
All right, you make a great snare and put it in place.
Cool. I'll check it in the morning. Maybe I'll have breakfast. And go back to the camp feeling really proud about myself.
All right. So, what kind of watches are you guys planning on taking?
Alvisstavver is already asleep, so wake him up whenever you want to.
Niall will take the first watch.
Okay. Let's see. So I just want to check with you guys. Do you want to? It is 12:30 a.m. Do you want to keep going?
I'm pretty tired. I won't lie.
Okay.
I can go a little longer, but yeah, it's up to you guys. You guys in the
If
later
you're
time zones.
If you're okay with it, we could do we could do a part 2 next week.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
If all three of you think you can attend.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Uh,
But I mean, I don't care if I go on either.
I probably can. I'd have to check though. I know I have something going on next weekend. But I don't know if it's
Okay.
Friday or Saturday actually.
I close tomorrow, so I don't
Now I'm
care.
thinking about it.
Well, all right then. Let's go under the assumption that we'll be able to do a part 2.
Okay.
We'll make it maybe 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock, and finish up this session then. So we'll do this short rest at that time. Sound good?
Yep. Guess I
Okay.
don't need to ask
Okay.
if I can roll hit dice then, right?
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been a good game.
Good game, guys. Yes, it has. I'm
Yes.
glad we're back.
I'm glad I didn't die.
Same.
Me
Yeah,
too.
really. We're all kind of hurting units here. I mean, I'm glad we didn't all die. I'm
Fun
glad
random
that somebody
encounter.
was available to heal us all.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
holy shit,
Yeah, thank you.
we pushed the envelope there a little bit.
I also needed to
You
ask.
had some great rolls there, sir.
I know that thing was kind of on fire.
That was pretty brutal.
I needed to ask if I got one more spell with my level up too.
Oh, that's a great question, actually. I don't have the player's handbook on hand.
I don't think it would really matter because of the kinds of spells that I've been picking just to stay in his character.
Tell you what, I'll check it in between sessions and let you know.
Righteous. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go sleep,
Yeah. Do
Good night, sir.
Thank
and I'll be
you for
ready to run you a
DMing.
good session
Sweet
next time. You're
dreams.
very welcome. Thank you for playing.
Alright.
All right,
you.
and I'll alert everybody to the adjusting schedule tomorrow sometime.
Okay.
Sweet. Later,
Alright.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
See you.
Night, night.